Are you trying to figure out what brand to buy from next? Or do you simply want to see me rate your favorite brand really badly and then start a war with myself and others in the comments? If so, well, you're watching the right video because I've got a tier list of all the good streetwear brands. Well, most of them are. And you may be saying, Clovia, some of these brands aren't streetwear, they're high-end fashion. These are brands which I see myself see most often in, you guessed it, the streets. These are brands which I'm seeing people wear on the street. Streetwear? That's just changed my perception of fashion, actually, thinking about that. But let's get started. Let's get started with Bape. Now, Bape was obviously a brand from the Hypebeast era, and to this day, I think it's still very, very good. I am genuinely considering picking up a Bape piece at the minute, but it's just too expensive. All the stuff is so expensive, and I'm on a budget. But they've been goats throughout how many years? I don't know how many years it's been now. I'd probably say like 2016 was the era where like Hypebeast was all big, and they were one of the goats in that era. So for that, and I really like all the other pieces which I do want to cop, I'm gonna put them, I know this is gonna sound crazy, goat tier. There will be others in goat, don't worry. This is definitely not going to be the top of goat. And if you haven't watched one of my tier list videos before, I put the best. So say if I think Bape is the best, it will go towards like, it'll be like this right now. Like Bape is the best, so like Trapstar would come second. You get what I mean? So yeah, we'll put Bape there for the minute. But moving swiftly on, as I just mentioned, Trapstar, we're now going to talk about Trapstar. Now, if you guys have watched my channel before, you know why I won't wear Trapstar. Because I'm not a trapper and I'm not Star. It's pretty simple. But their designs are really cool for tracksuits. Like they're really cold. One of the top brands. I'd love to actually have a Trapstar piece in my hand to feel what the material and the quality is actually like, because a lot of these streetwear brands that are like come out of nowhere from London sort of brands, the quality on the pieces aren't that great. But obviously Trapstar's really well known, but because they're well known and everyone loves it, I still would want to know what the quality is like. But anyway, I'm going to put it in B. That's not bad. All of these brands are very, very good brands, and this could maybe even move down to a C because we've got some banger brands coming up. Now we're going to talk about Billionaire Boys Club, and I really want to touch on something with you guys here because there is something that I've seen so much recently. So if we search up Billionaire Boys Club, guys, and go on to the ice cream section, you go on the ice cream section, there are these jeans and this fox design running dog. I don't know about you, but I see everyone wear this, and I didn't even know this was a thing until I saw it advertised on my Instagram, and now I know what it is. It's by Billionaire Boys Club. I don't know how this became a trend because I haven't seen it on, like, usually when people are wearing all these clothes, you see it because they're trending on TikTok, but it isn't. I swear they are. So yeah, if you guys want to pick one of these up because you're seeing loads of people in them, well, this is where you get them. You get them off the ice cream section on Billionaire Boys Club. But anyway, back to actual normal Billionaire Boys Club. Some really nice pieces. They do some very, very nice pieces and stuff that I would actually wear over Trapstar. I think what I'm going to do is put Billionaire Boys Club just above them in B. Now we're going to be talking about a brand which, yeah, I don't think a lot of you are going to agree with me on this. Diesel. So Diesel do, in my opinion, really nice pieces, but they do a lot of weird, wacky pieces as well. But I guess that's kind of what I like. And it's just personal preference, guys. I genuinely think Diesel is one of the better brands. It's like a sort of semi-design. Well, it apparently it's designer, apparently, but it's to me, more affordable compared to like Louis Vuitton, obviously. Thousands of pounds more cheaper than Louis Vuitton. And like that's what I want. I like really good quality clothing, and that is what Diesel provide for a much cheaper price compared to Louis Vuitton. And apparently Louis Vuitton's quality isn't even that good. Don't quote me on that, I don't know. So for that, and I'll let you guys ignore this. I'm putting Diesel at A. I know you're not going to agree with me, but if you want good quality pieces that are going to last you a long time, like their jeans, then you go for Diesel, and they do some really sick pieces. If you haven't got anything from Diesel, then definitely check them out because they're very good. Now let's talk about True Religion. This is a brand which a lot of people wear, and I've never really been a big fan of it. Especially the jeans, I've never been a big fan of the horseshoe. People have tried to put me in it in the past, like people have literally gifted me True Religion stuff, but I've never really rocked it. I think I respect it. It looks good on other people. Like, you know, there's people that are down the pub every single night. Like, it suits them. Some of their pieces are nice. I don't rate their jeans, but the t-shirts are nice. So for that, I think this is going to be our first F one. But like most of my videos, guys, I rank good brands. So don't think because I'm putting it in F that I think it's terrible. So yeah, I reckon True Religion is going to be the first F. Now we've got Comme des Garçons. This is a brand which I've always been on the cusp of buying it, but then I haven't. It's just the main thing I've been trying to buy is just a plain t-shirt with a little heart in the corner, but I never bought it because it just turns out too expensive for a plain t-shirt, man. And they don't really, from what I've seen, I always shop on for stuff like this, flannels, and there's not really a wide selection of it, of Comme des Garçons stuff. Like I've never seen that many like wacky things by Comme des Garçons, so I think maybe Comme des Garçons can probably just go above True Religion. It may move up. In fact, no, I'm going to put it in C, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, now we've got this. Now, you guys might have, you guys are going to not know what this is. This logo is the Moschino's, like, lower brand stuff. And I mean, I'm going to include Moschino in this. Moschino, basically. Let's rate Moschino. It gives me 50-year-old pub vibes. And I see a lot of well, I see a few guys rocking it. Nah, it's not for me. It's really not for me. I feel like it's a wealthy woman brand. I feel like you see those really rich women wearing it. And then I see like 17-year-old guys wearing it. And it's like, what? I'll put a picture on the screen. Obviously, everyone knows it's Moschino jumper, which is all right. But then there's some guys that wear other stuff and it's like, ugh. So I think I'm going to put this, just because I would genuinely wear that Moschino jumper, I'm going to put it above True Religion. Now let's move on to something which I actually own. I only have two pieces, which is jogging bottoms and a hoodie. Technically a full tracksuit from Ralph Lauren. And the quality is really great, fresh out the package, but then it bubbles so much in the wash. They do have really nice quality t-shirts, I know. Like, they do really good quality stuff. Whenever they make something wacky, they make it so expensive, and it's not really that nice. It's not really the sort of thing you'd see guys who are into streetwear wearing. It's more for like the people who literally what Ralph Lauren is, plain polo, which I suppose that's probably what it was made for, but Ralph Lauren's become such a big brand that I think in terms of everything, I think I put Ralph Lauren quite high in terms of tracksuits on my tracksuit tiers video, which I'll leave a link to at the end of this video. But in terms of all that other stuff, I genuinely think in terms of streetwear, guys, I think this can go either side of Trapstar. I don't know whether it's better than Trapstar or worse. Oh, this is bad, because if I put it worse than Trapstar, then that is just a violation, because how it was founded in 1967, Ralph Lauren. Yeah, that's a bit mad. I feel like because of how they've done in the long term, like, they're gonna have to be one above Trapstar. And you see a lot of artists like Central C rocking Ralph Lauren, same like Digger D. Okay, that's quite a hefty B column already. So we'll now move on to Off-White. Obviously, they were one of the main hypebeast brands back in the day. I don't know why. I don't know if it resonates with you guys, but like Morgs. I used to watch Morgs back in the day, and he'd always have Off-White, and it'd always make me want to have it. But because I was a little child and had £0 in my bank account, yeah, that wasn't going to happen. But if I was just basing it off that, then I reckon they'd be F. But honestly, because of the collaborations that they've done with the sneaker culture, I think Off-White has to be GOAT. If you think about all the expensive Off-White shoes that they have in with the Nike collaborations, like the Off-White Prestos, the Louis Vuitton collaboration. But yeah, I think Off-White have got to be GOAT. I'm going to put it below Bape because I've never actually tried to own anything that's Off-White, but I have actually literally had some Bape clothes in my cart before, so we're just going to put it behind Bape. Now let's move on to CP Company, and this brand I really like, and I will in the future be copying something. I'm not even going to be, as Lil Marbu says, dilly-dallying about this. This is going ahead of Diesel in A. The one thing with CP Company, I feel like their prices are a little bit too high for what they offer. I don't know, the jumpers seem a little bit like, only by like £30 or so. I feel like if it was £130 a jumper, then that would seem genuinely reasonable, but the fact that it's 160, I don't know. But I will definitely be copying from CP Company. Every time I go into House of Fraser or Flannels, I'm always looking at CP Company. It's very nice jumpers. And the shell jackets are obviously also really nice. Something I wish I could have, but I'm complaining now because they're too expensive, like 250 to 400 pounds. Now let's talk about Jordan. Jordan is easily above Bape and Off-White. In fact, I genuinely might start to move all of this down. I could genuinely move Comme des Garçons down there, move all of these down. This might make much more sense, actually. Have it like that, because we've got some ones which are going to be going in GOAT later. But yeah, Jordan 4s, Jordan 1s, Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s, Jordan 11s, Jordan everything. Jordan clothing. I love Jordan. I think everyone else does. Jordan don't really do many bad drops. I mean, they have a bit of some weird models, but even the colorways on those models aren't bad. The whole idea behind the brand is it's Michael Jordan, like it's his brand. It's sick. So yeah, let's now move on to a bougie brand, Moncler. I really want Moncler stuff, even when I've got to that monetary level. If I do, hopefully, I don't think I can justify getting it other than the coat. I will, if I ever have enough money, just because I want to, and I've always wanted to, I will get a Monclizzy. I also saw a guy repping a Monclizzy in Weatherspoons the other day. I've got the clip up on screen now. Monclizzy. Monclizzy. Every time I see a Moncler, it just makes me laugh because I hear that Monclizzy. I think for me, Moncler goes in between Diesel and CP Company. Obviously, I have a lot of Diesel stuff, but I would like to have a lot of Moncler stuff, so I generally think it's better than Diesel. And then it's below CP Company because realistically, in the future, I'm gonna have more CP Company clothing than Moncler. Like the only thing I really want from Moncler is the coat, and I also want the t-shirt with the little logo because I don't know why that t-shirt looks sick. Anyway, swiftly moving on to Adidas. Now, I like Adidas football boots, and that's about it. I don't really like much of Adidas's clothing other than their football ranges. Like the football kits are beautiful for all the teams this season, really, in terms of Adidas. Just because I own a lot more Adidas, I think I'm actually going to put it, and to be fair, a lot of other people's opinions, and a lot of people were angry in my last tier list video about me putting Adidas low in terms of tracksuits, but they are deservedly low. I think I'm going to put them just beneath Ralph Lauren because I own a lot of Adidas stuff, but in my opinion, Ralph Lauren is miles better. In fact, I wish I made another column. But anyway, we'll work with what we've got. Now let's talk about probably the biggest hypebeast brand of all time, Supreme. Never owned anything from there. Pretty easily obtainable though, so if you do want to cop from Supreme, then it's not too hard. You just need to know the drop date. I think, in my opinion, yeah, I know a lot of you are going to get annoyed. Back in the day, obviously, they had really cool stuff. I think I'm going to put it top of F. Obviously, they're good brands that it's competing with in F. I think, to be honest, in my personal opinion, I'd put Comme des Garçons over Supreme. If we were talking back in the day, Supreme would probably be A, but it's just completely fallen off. I think all the brands really from that hypebeast era, like Off-White, no one buys Off-White clothing anymore, but they buy Off-White collaborations with Nike and stuff. Anyway, we'll leave that there in F. I don't think that's going to move. We'll now talk about Louis Vuitton. You may be wondering, like, why is this here? Apparently you've seen these brands to put them on here. I have seen this a lot, but it's probably from Panda Buy or the fake markets in London, because I see too many people rocking Louis Vuitton, and I know they don't have that much money, but they obviously do really not. Like the Air Forces that they've recently done. In fact, I've got a bit of a story time here. I went to Princess Diana's, palace. In my opinion, I'm not a big fan of the royal family and all that. I thought it was going to be pretty boring. But it was sick. They had, Dave's outfit that he wore to the Met Gala and stuff. They had I've got the picture now, the Louis Vuitton Virgil Abloh, and it was it had the Ghanaian flag. It was, properly, it was the proper thing. It was so sick. And I was just standing in there with a bunch of old people, and they must have been like, who the hell are these people? But yeah, really sick. If you live in the UK or near London, then go to the Princess Diana's Palace or whatever it's called. It's really sick. I thought it'd be like some boring museum, but it's actually pretty certy. Anyway, I'm getting really sidetracked. Louis Vuitton as an actual brand. Obviously, I'm probably never going to actually obtain anything that they own. So for that, I'm just going to put it behind Diesel. Now let's swiftly move on to Stone Island. Another brand which I may buy from in the future just because I'm a big football fan and I feel like I just have to own a Stoney once in my life. And in terms of streetwear, they dominate the football scene actually, really. In fact, what I'm going to do right now, guys, CP Company goes up one, and I reckon Stone Island is going to be better than Louis Vuitton, just because I see way more people wearing real Stone Island clothes. I suppose there's an argument to say if people are wearing fakes, then it's a more desirable brand. Maybe I'm not happy with this. I might change it when I put these last two brands in. But now we're going to move on to Nike. And most of you are probably going to think, by the amount of Nike Tech Fleece videos I make, I'm going to put this top of GOAT. Nah, I don't think I am. I'm going to put it below Jordan in GOAT. It's a GOATed brand, obviously. Let's just move on to Stussy, the last one. Now, this brand, I like one thing from there. It's this woolly jumper sort of thing. It's got an 8 ball on the back. It looks so cool. And they've also got a really nice rug, which I really want to get. That would look so sick in my videos. But other than that, I think it's a pretty dead brand. I think I'm going to put it just above Moschino. Now, I think I'm going to have to rejig this around. I think the Monclizzys have got to go up. And probably... yeah, I think there. I think that's what I'm going to leave it at, guys. Watch the tier list video on screen right now. I mentioned it earlier, guys. So if you want to watch it, then watch it now. Or if you don't want to watch that video, then check out this video I made about Air Force Ones. I talk about why you may not actually like Air Force Ones that much.